fellow investigators, and welcome to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I play the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Tom Rayleigh. Our scenario is entitled The Hitchhiker. It was written by Noah Lloyd and Matt Ryan. I'm your game master, and this is the second time we've run this, our version number 2. So without any further delay, let's begin our journey into the darkness. You are the Feldman family. You live on a farm in rural Kansas. The date is, we'll say May 4th, 1983. It's about 5:30 in the evening. The weather outside is kind of cloudy. There's probably a storm coming. And you all live in a fairly nice farmhouse in the middle of a wheat field. Your mother is currently preparing dinner in the kitchen. And if you guys can introduce your characters if you want, and then we'll just continue from there. How about, let's start with the eldest, Jenny.
Hi, I'm Jason. Today I'll be playing Jenny Feldman, 17-year-old female. She's into her boyfriend, Ricky, very much so, and she just wants her MTV.
John.
I'm John. Tonight I'm going to be playing Robbie Feldman. He is a 16-year-old, just like any other 16-year-old in the country, except he's stuck in the middle of a wheat field with not a whole lot to do except read his comics and basically pester the hell out of his sister and defend himself against the onslaught of his younger brothers.
And Stuart and Josh.
I'm Stuart. I'll be playing 14-year-old Justin Feldman. Just got into the high school here at Lawrence and just barely got into the freshman football. Go Lions. Go for it.
Perfect. I'm Josh. I'll be playing the other half of this evil dynamic duo. James Feldman, also 14, twinned Justin, and mostly into the same kind of things that Justin is, and especially playing sports and getting into trouble with my twin brother.
Okay, so to set the scene, Mom's in the kitchen. Grandma recently had a stroke a few months back. She is in the family room, sitting in front of the window, looking out the window. And other than that, what are you all doing?
Just came in from finishing up with chores. Got the barn doors closed. Mom, what's for dinner?
Oh, we're having spaghetti tonight.
Cool.
Where's your brother?
I don't know. Isn't he out back finishing up with his chores?
Yep, I'll sort of make my way in the house, and I'll ask the same exact question. Mom, what's for dinner?
We're having spaghetti.
Classic.
Why don't you guys get cleaned up?
All right.
Jenny, come downstairs and set the table.
You just hear Duran Duran blaring from the room, and the door's closed, and you hear her footsteps as she's dancing around her room.
Well, one of you go upstairs and knock on your sister's door and tell her to get down here and set the table.
Mom.
Move! Robbie, you go.
Mom, she's not going to hear me. She's up there blasting that crap again.
Do what I say.
Yes,
Robbie,
ma'am.
do a psych roll. I don't know if you've got any psychology or not.
81 on... Oh, no. 81 on 1. So that's...
Okay. Yeah. You better do what your mom says.
I'm going. I'll be right... What? I'm going. Jenny,
What? Tell
Mom
you two mutant twins, leave me alone.
it's not the twins, it's me. It's Robbie.
Oh, come in, Robbie.
Hey, Mom wants you to set the table.
Come on. That's a kid's job. The mutants should do that.
She said it, and she made the face.
The face or the face?
Just the regular face. But if you don't go down there, she's going to make the face, and then we're all in for it.
Oh. And she walks over, shuts the music, puts her Sony Walkman on, puts her earphones in, and goes bopping off down the stairs.
Okay.
Pats you on the back, thanks, and then runs down the stairs.
So, Jenny, when you arrive in the living room, I would like you to do a psychology roll.
Just missed it. Oh, no. 59 out of 40.
Okay. So you're sort of oblivious in there. All right, what are the twins up to?
Is Grandma okay? Is she going to come out for dinner, or should we bring it in?
You usually wheel her up to the table.
Okay. I'll get Grandma.
I'll just finish washing up, and meet everybody at the table.
Okay. Well, at this point, I'd like you all to do psych rolls. See if anybody can pass a psych roll.
78.
I actually got it. 18 out of 55.
I had rolled. I had saw psychoanalysis on my last one. I actually have 10 in psychology, and I just rolled a 9, so I passed.
Nice.
So you can tell that your mom is upset about something. James, for you, you're just thinking that mom is tired. Mom has been working hard all day. She's just tired. Robbie, you're maybe a little bit more insightful that she seems to be visibly upset about something, and Jenny, you being a woman along with her, you can tell that mom's really upset about something.
Well, with that, I'm going to stop the Walkman and actually take it off. So if she wants to talk to me, I'm actually listening. And I just look at her. You okay, Ma?
Oh, yeah, I'm just worried about when your father will get here. And he's not really late, but, with things. And she sort of indicates the newspaper that's sitting over on the table.
And walk over and take a look at it.
Okay.
Quintuple Homicide. Residents of Douglas County were shocked this morning to learn of a gruesome quintuple homicide near Lawrence. Pleasantville residents Kenneth and Faith Grant and their 3 children, Tommy, age 10, Mary Lou, age 7, and 3-month-old baby Christy, were tied up, brutalized, and murdered by what is believed to be a gang of escaped convicts. The perpetrators of this heinous crime are still at large. Residents and their neighbors are cautioned to be wary of any groups of suspicious-looking men. Wow.
And she's like, that's just down the road from us. Maybe 2 miles from here that happened.
I passed the paper to the boys because they're old enough to know something's going on.
Justin and James are some suspicious-looking men.
Hey.
I normally laugh at that, but they killed a baby. That's just wrong.
Don't we know them?
Yeah, do we know them?
Not really. They're actually in a different, they go to a different school than you do. But, I mean, that farmhouse that's down there. So.
I think that's the one that Dad used to trade some of the wheat for those pickles you like.
Oh, yeah, I remember last year.
That's pretty creepy, Mom.
I just wish your father would get home. I don't feel completely safe without him being here.
Don't worry, Mom. I'm here. Huh? I'm here.
If
Yeah,
Robbie's
let me
in the house with
check
you,
your hands, Robbie. See how dirty your fingernails are. You need to go wash up better.
Fine. I'm gone.
Justin runs out to the front door and looks to see how close that storm looks.
It looks like it'll be here probably within the hour.
Hey, Mom, that storm looks like it's going to be here pretty soon.
Yeah.
Maybe an hour.
Well, hopefully your father will be home before then.
Where is the meat packing plant that he's at? Is it an hour away? Is it several hours?
It's actually only about 5 or 6 miles from here.
Okay, so it shouldn't take him conceivably very long to get back.
No, it shouldn't. He gets off right just right about 5:45. He's usually home by 6. But he does pass by the penitentiary on the way home. So all of those things kind of make Mom nervous.
That was going to be my follow-up question: is how close is the penitentiary from there with a group of escaped convicts? And did the paper say when they escaped?
Not really.
Just recent.
It didn't say anything about who escaped or if people escaped or.
Didn't say how many, did it?
Uh-uh.
Just a group of men.
Justin glances nervously over at James.
Oh, don't worry, Justin. We can take them if they show up.
So anyways, the wind starts to blow outside. You can see that the fruit trees sort of rock in the wind, and the wheat fields are, of course, doing that ripply thing that looks so cool, but it's also kind of creepy. And about 5 minutes to 6, you can see off in the distance a couple of lights. Probably Dad's car on the way. You can usually see it almost a mile away from where you are. So Mom's getting ready to dish up the spaghetti.
Look, Mom, looks like Dad's coming home about maybe even not even a mile out.
Oh, thank goodness.
Get my hands clean, Mom.
All right, cool. Bring your grandmother to the table.
Yeah. I'll get her.
So you guys are all standing there for a few moments. You see the car pull up to the front of the house and park. And the first thing that you notice is the door slams, but then another door slams. And you hear your father's footsteps come up onto the porch, and it sounds kind of oddly doubled. And the door opens, and your father is standing there. He's a big man, big, powerful man. Looks very rugged from all the hard labor that he's done. And he steps inside, and he pulls off his hat, and he's like, "Well, I'm home, and I brought somebody with me." And he hangs up his hat. And stepping into the doorway is a man who looks like he's maybe in his mid-30s. He's kind of dressed in an old suit. He has a tie, and he has a large case with him, like a salesman would carry. And as he walks in the door, he says, "This here's Chuck. I picked him up on the road home." And you probably don't need a psych roll to see that your mother looks visibly upset. Because it's not like your father to bring a stranger home.
Does Dad seem like nervous or like...
Your dad's kind of always been kind of deadpan. doesn't have much sense of humor, just hard work, and he looks like he's a little bit tired all the time. And now especially so, he comes in and he says to this guest, he says, "You can hang your hat there and come on inside, and dinner will be ready in a minute." And he's, "What's for dinner?" And your mom says, "Spaghetti." But now she doesn't say it so sweetly. But your mom says to you, "James, set another place at the table for the guest."
I'll go ahead and get up and go to the cupboard and grab another plate. And as I walk by, I'll go, "What's in the case, mister?"
And he looks down at the case. He's like, "Oh, just stuff."
Just stuff, huh? And I'll just kind of brush off the comment and keep walking back to the table and set them in place.
I'm gonna. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna walk over by Robbie out of earshot, kind of give him the go to the kitchen and get some like a glass or something. Like, Dad, that's unusual for Dad. He never, I never even met one of Dad's friends. Never mind having bring somebody home.
Yeah, he said it was almost like he picked this guy up on the way.
Yeah,
He didn't even say anything about bringing anybody.
I want to ask Dad, but you know how he is. So I don't really want to.
Can they see us right now? I don't think they can, because we're kind of we're out of sight from everybody, aren't we?
There's ways you can step around a corner or a wall or something. So
I'm gonna grab a steak knife and put it in my pocket.
well, you'd have to walk into the middle of the kitchen and get the steak knives and do that.
Are we in the dining room?
I thought we were in the kitchen.
No, I mean we're gonna eat in the dining room, right?
Right. It all, if you look on the map, it all sort of flows together. But I mean, but you're going to have to go into the kitchen and do.
Well, I was gonna go to the kitchen and get a diet tab because Mom always serves that lemonade, and I can't drink the sugar.
Okay.
Jenny, all tabs are diet. Come on.
I know, but I still.
Yeah, you can get some of that.
I keep an eye on them, and then I just say keep an eye on them. I look when you put the knife. Is that necessary? And I just kind of go back to the. Yeah, I stop to see if he says anything to me, but.
Who'd you say it to?
Robbie, when you grab the knife.
Well, you don't know if it's necessary, Jenny. But what if it's one of those guys from the paper?
Yeah, maybe. Well.
What are you going to do? Get him with a tab can?
Well,
who knows what he wants to do? What if there's heads in that case, or people's chopped up hands and fingers?
You're scaring me now. Okay, you keep that in your pocket. Let's keep an eye on them, and then I go quick so they don't think anything.
Yep.
So, anyways, your mom says, "All right, kids, let's gather around the dinner table," and the stranger sits. The mom sits at one end. Dad sits at the other end. It's normally two kids on each side, but now the stranger's going to sit next to your father on one of the sides. And I think Jenny probably picks the corner farthest away from the stranger.
You just read my mind.
Yeah. And, actually, I forgot about Grandma. Grandma's actually pulled up to the end of the table. So Father does sort of sit at one end, but Grandma's actually pulled up to the end of the table. And everybody do a spot hidden for me.
That is
Pass. Regular.
Pal.
Okay.
That is a 7 out of 70. That is an extreme.
Those of you who aren't looking at the delicious food, you glance over at Grandmother, and Grandmother is doing the, like, what the hell is going on here, looking around with her eyes, at the stranger, and then at your parents, and back at the stranger again. You can sort of tell Grandma's probably doesn't like the stranger being there. All right, so dinner is served. You all get your plates of spaghetti. Dad is quiet. Mom is quiet as usual. Stranger is quiet.
I'm picking the spaghetti up with my hands and dropping it into my mouth.
James, use a fork.
Sorry, Mom.
I'm just about to do the same until I hear that.
When one of you does something, the other one always does it.
Oh, hey, Mom, that reminds me. Got this form from school. I think you got it too, James. To see red asphalt. You can't see it, though, unless you sign.
Well, I'll sign it after dinner. Set it over there.
Okay.
Just thinking, Justin.
So Chuck, what do you do for a living?
Oh, I'm a salesman.
What do you sell?
Medical equipment.
Huh? Like a doctor?
Yeah, like a doctor.
What kind of doctoring do you do?
Oh, I'm not a doctor. Just sell the equipment.
Oh, like scalpels. That's the sharp blades.
Yeah, no, not so much.
Oh.
Your father suddenly says, now leave the poor man alone. Let him eat his dinner.
Sorry, Dad.
But you all kind of notice when Dad says that the stranger's not really eating much. He's just more or less moving the food around on his plate.
Do we have like a good look at his face?
He looks... Well, do a spot hidden for me. To what extent I give
25. That's out of 70. A heart.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he looks like I say, he looks like a guy about 30, 35 years old. You get the impression that maybe at one time he weighed a lot more and he's lost a lot of weight because he's a little saggy, if you will. He's dressed kind of in an old weather-beaten suit, like he does a lot of traveling, and but he's got a tie on and everything.
So where you from originally, mister?
Topeka. That's all you get.
Yeah. So I'm gonna. Who's closer to me, James or Justin?
Justin and James both sit on the same side of the table, so you'll say they're on the opposite side. You and Robbie are together with Dad.
All right. So I'm gonna
or with Mom.
Kick Robbie's leg, like to, I just point, quick point, but all right. No, trying to get you to ask him something.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So were you at the meatpacking plant with Dad, or how did you get in? How did you get here? I know you rode with Dad, but where'd you get in the car?
Your dad's like, Robbie, enough with the questions.
It's just weird, Dad. It's weird for him to show up. And
Robbie, be polite. About that moment, the phone rings.
Like a bolt, I'm on it.
All right. Jenny jumps up from the table.
Ricky?
Your mom's like, Jenny, but you're out the phone already.
Ricky?
Yeah, and it's Ricky.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, we got a problem. You guys can't hear. You guys can hear her half of the conversation, but you can't hear mine. It's like, we got a problem.
What do you mean?
That that stuff that you got for me,
Yeah.
the money's disappeared. I
What do
can't
you
find
mean?
the fucking money.
Where'd you put it?
I had it on my bike, but it's gone.
Why would you? I can't talk right now. Yo, Dad brought home some creepy guy. Did you read the newspaper?
Some creepy guy.
Yeah, some freaking creepy guy at my dinner table right now. And then
Oh my God.
today's newspaper, they had those escaped criminals.
What's he look like?
I don't know, like it's kind of flat, like saggy. Well, can they hear me?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, they can sort of. The kids are listening. The parents are not.
Kind of like guy. I don't know. He's probably old. He's already old. He's at least in his 30s.
Dude, we've got a big problem.
Oh shit! You think he's a cop?
No, I think he might be a dealer.
He's got a briefcase with him.
We got to get out of here.
Yo,
meet me around 11:30 out by your barn.
All right.
We'll get the fuck out of town if we have to.
All right.
I don't know how we're gonna make that money, but
Are you home?
yeah.
All right. Stay by the phone until then, because this guy's creeping me out. I'll call you back. Click, and I hang up.
Yeah.
Can I make a listen roll to see if I heard any of that?
Sure, y'all can do that.
Good call.
Ah, darn. No, totally not hearing it.
I got a 15. That'll do it. That's a hard.
Okay, you heard most of her side of the conversation.
So I'll kind of just tease her a little bit and be like, "Hey, Jenny, what's your stupid boyfriend want?"
Nothing. You won't understand.
You say that all the time.
Well, when you get older, like me, maybe you'll understand.
I'll go back to my spaghetti dejected.
I give James a little low five under the table there.
Hey, Tom, I sent you a message.
No, not particularly, but she needs help. You know what I mean.
Yep.
So dinner goes on a little bit more like this. And then the stranger, still without having eaten hardly anything, he sort of looks up at your father and he says, "Can I stay over here tonight?" And your mom's eyes go wide and she looks at your dad and he says, "Sure." Says, "We'll put you in the guest room." And you can see that your mom is like trying her best to compose herself. And she's like, "Robert, can I speak to you?" And he's like, "What about what? About what?" And she's like, "Robert," and she doesn't know what to say. And he says, "He's just going to stay overnight. He'll leave in the morning."
Does Dad have a routine after he eats? Does he go to the bathroom or does he go to
He probably just sits and reads, or
the newspaper?
yeah.
Because I want to make sure I put the paper next to his chair, but with the article face down, so if the guy looks at it, he's not going to see it.
Okay.
While I pick up the dishes, and I'll make it a point to flop that. As soon as he picks it up, I want him to read that.
Your mom says, "Robbie, I want you to go upstairs and make sure there's clean linens on the guest room bed. I want Justin and James and Robbie. I guess you can all do spot hidden rolls."
68. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, spot hidden 70. That's right.
Hard
Oh,
success.
Just make it. Just make it.
I just got a 5. I have a feeling all these good early rolls are going to come back to bite me later.
Okay. At this, the whole thing about him staying, you can tell that Grandma, from her eye movements, and her right hand can move a little bit, and she's kind of like tapping on her wheelchair arm.
Oh, she has to go to the bathroom. Jenny.
Yeah, I'll take you, Granny. And I bring it to the bathroom, but I want to see if I can grab a piece of paper and a pencil.
Okay, well, she can't really write, but,
Right?
you know.
All right, so I'm just going to bring it to the bathroom and try talking with her.
All right. All right, so what do you want to do? You
Like-
have a conversation with them.
What's Granny? What's up? Like, I don't like this guy either. Can she talk at all, though?
Oh,
All right. You think he's a bad man? I don't want him to stay here either. I don't trust him. Can she blink once for yes, twice for no?
she can't really completely control it, but
Just for yes answers, blink. If it's no answer, don't do anything. You don't he's a bad man? You're not sure. All right. Do you recognize him? Should we try and get him out of here somehow?
she can't really interpret what she's trying to tell
Trying
you.
to say. Well, we'll pick this up a little later, Granny. I'm gonna confer with the boys, and then we'll have this conversation again.
Okay.
Tap on your chair in like a little while after I talk with the boys, and then we'll see what we can do. And I'll keep you posted. But do you need to, and if she needs to use the facility?
Yeah, you help her with whatever she needs.
Do we have a pet dog? Like, where's a big German Shepherd when you need one?
Okay, so now I'm gonna wheel Granny back out, and to the twins, I'm gonna be like, see if he leaves that briefcase anywhere, try and find out what's inside there.
I'll wink at Jenny and just be like, give her the thumbs up.
And then push, Granny back by Robbie.
That just came back downstairs. Sheets are done, Mom.
All right. Well, why don't you show this gentleman where he's going to be staying and where the bathroom is?
All right. Come with me, man. It's up here.
Okay. And as this guy follows Robbie up the stairs, you can see Mom, as soon as he's out of sight, turning to her husband and being like, "Are you out of your mind? Why are we have a stranger in our house?" And he's like, "It's okay. He's perfectly fine." And she's like, "I don't know what's gotten into you. You're not a generous man. You don't invite people into the house." She says, "Listen, it's okay." And she probably starts to speak again. He's like, "Listen, I'm the head of the house, and I've said it, and it's done. He's staying."
I'll just kind of nervously look at Mom and go, "Mom, may I be excused? I'm going to head up to my room."
Yes. Jenny already got your dishes. So, yeah, go.
May I go up too, Mom?
Yes, go.
Thanks.
By now, the storm has started to arrive. You can hear it raining outside.
I'm like close on James' heels to the room.
So we'll run up to our own bedroom and kind of close the door behind us to have a private conversation.
James.
In this game, just let me say, in this game, you guys are going to have private conversations. Just pretend like you can't hear. Just bear in mind that what you hear behind closed doors, you can't hear. All right, you guys are up there.
James, do you think it's him?
I don't know. Seems like a weird coincidence. I mean, a Chuck? Do you think it's that Chuck?
I don't know, but it's really weird. Somebody got out. It might be him.
Should we tell Robbie and Jenny?
I don't know. I mean, he couldn't know what we look like, could he?
And I don't want to get in trouble.
Me either.
All right.
I don't know. I think Robbie would know what to do, maybe.
Yeah, we should probably loop him in, and then Jenny's such a tattletale. I don't want her ratting us out to Mom. Okay, well let's loop Robbie in and see what he thinks.
Yeah, good idea.
Okay. All right, so we'll go and look for Robbie whenever he's available and done helping the gentleman.
Yeah. So Robbie, you're showing the guy to the room.
Yeah, so here's your room. I mean, it's a room. It's 4 walls. You know.
He steps into the room and then sets down his case and turns around. He looks out the window for a second, and then he turns around and just sort of stares at you. You keep expecting him to say thank you or something, and he just stares at you.
So, what's your story, man? You just kind of showed up. Where did Dad pick you up?
And he just keeps staring at you.
Okay, the silent type. You want to see where to take a piss?
He takes a couple steps towards you, and you think you're going to show him where the restroom is, and he grabs a hold of the doorknob and closes it. Not fast or hard, just closes it.
Huh. All right. I'm gonna go to James and Justin's room and knock on their door, because I just noticed the only way to get to that bathroom, he's got to either come through their bedroom or my bedroom.
Tom, I sent you a message while they're doing that.
Boom, boom, boom. Justin, it's me.
Robbie, hey, and I run over to the door, open it up.
It's me. It's good. We're good.
Hey, Robbie. Well, not saying we do this all the time or anything, but James and I, we found this magazine, and we were just kind of looking through it, and there's this sort of this pen pal thing that there is. Well, here, James, you tell him.
Well, I mean, it's like this. It wasn't just a magazine. It was one of those magazines. The kind of Dad probably didn't want us to find. Well, we found it. And, so we started writing a pen pal. And, we didn't exactly tell him who we were. Justin, you go.
Well, yeah, we just sort of, made up a fun story to go with. Just to be kind of silly. And we might have kind of led the guy on just a little bit much. Like we were somebody that he might be, I don't know, be more interested in talking to.
Which
Did
was
you guys
hilarious.
act like a girl?
Oh, yeah, exactly. But it was hilarious. It really was.
It was. Yeah.
Anyway, the reason we're concerned is the guy that we were writing, his name is Chuck Malone.
You think this is the same guy?
Well, we don't know. We've never seen his face, and obviously he's never seen ours. But I don't know. It just seems kind of suspicious. There's a jailbreak, and a guy named Chuck shows up at our doorstep.
Wait, you guys were acting like a woman to a pen pal for a guy in prison?
Yeah.
Well,
where does that become a good idea, man?
well, but
Yeah.
Did you send? You didn't send any pictures. Please tell me you did not send him pictures.
No, nothing like that.
No.
Well, what should we do, Robbie?
Do you have any of the letters that he wrote back?
Good question for the GM.
Yeah, you have a stack of them.
No.
Shit.
And the ones that, and they're filthy. which is what made it all the funnier to you.
All right. I'll I'll go grab our stash of letters and be like, yeah, we've got them right here. They are pretty funny, and I'll
Yeah.
How big a stack is this? All right.
Jeez.
20 letters or so.
Jesus. Give me those. Just give them here. We got to get rid of these, because if this guy is your guy, or whoever's guy whose name you know what? If this is that guy, and he sees these letters, he's going to know that you two are his girlfriend.
Well, you don't think he'd be mad? I mean,
You better hope he's mad and not
it's
just
a harmless
accepting.
move.
You better hope he's mad and not accepting. Yeah. And say, oh, well, I guess this is what a girl looks like. You've really screwed up. So let's get rid of these. And remember, he's got to come through here because I'm locking my door. So he's got to come through here to go to the bathroom all night long. So that was a pretty big mistake you made.
Can we just, for this one night, just sleep in your room, please? We'll be so quiet.
No. You guys come in there, touch all my stuff, put your fingers on all my models.
He's right next to us.
I'm not the one who sent him letters. And God knows what you two jerk-offs put in there.
Well, don't you think we should let Jenny know? I mean, he is looking for a woman after all.
No. You're not. What are you even thinking? Here, let's take this prison-bound wackadoo and give him our sister. Let's just get rid of these letters and just act like nothing happened, and lock your door too. Maybe I told him I was going to show him where the bathroom was. And he just shut the door in my face.
All right, Robbie, we'll listen to you. You always know what to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to go. You two just don't write anything else, and do not sound like a woman in front of that man.
Okay, Robbie.
I'm going back to my room.
All right.
So I'll be right there. If he comes, you know what? Close your door and lock your door. I'm going into my room through the bathroom, closing my door and locking my door. And I'm totally going to read those letters.
Now, internal locks on the room doors are basically inside the room. You've got the little twisty that turns, and from the outside there's like a hole.
Just
poke the door to open.
Yep.
All right. Jenny.
Yes.
You're back downstairs. What do you do with Grandma? Before we get to that?
What do we normally like? Do we put her by the TV, the radio? What does she like to do?
Well, she seems a little upset by the situation. A lot of times, just put her back in her room and maybe put her to bed. It's still a little early. It's only about 7:30. Sometimes you read to her. Sometimes one of the boys reads to her because she has a lot of books.
Now, did I checked on that thing? Everything's okay?
No, you haven't done that yet.
I haven't done that yet. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll sit with her for a little while, try and calm her down, read for a little bit, but let her know I have to do a few things.
Okay.
But I'll check back and forth on her.
There's a couple moments in her expression that she goes from agitated to almost like pleading, like she really wants to be able to tell you something, but she doesn't have the ability.
Psychology check or just?
Well, you're reading that pretty obvious. You know your grandma pretty well. She obviously doesn't like the idea about having a stranger in the house.
I tell her the same thing.
Yes.
I don't feel comfortable either. I don't blame you. I don't like this guy.
And she just kind of becomes frustrated with trying to convey what she's trying to convey to you, and then just sort of shakes her head and just she tilts her head towards her room, and her arm just sort of, like this, like.
I'll bring her into her room and
Okay.
get her in her bed if she wants.
Now, after that, you go to the front of the house and look out the window, and it's raining. So that's going to motivate what you want to do.
I'm still gonna need to go check that out.
Okay. Well, I'm sure there's umbrellas.
Yeah, and is the room that he's in? Can I look up and see if he's looking out the window on my way?
Yeah, because it's kind of like right above it's the window right above the front door.
Okay.
And as you go, the light's on in the room. And when you get closer to the barn, you look back and you can see him standing in the middle of the room. Just standing there.
That's weird. All right, and I'm gonna go make sure everything's okay with what.
All right. Let's describe the barn a little bit. There's not much in there. The barn was originally built so that you could have some animals, but you guys don't have any animals. So there's a couple of stalls that are empty. There's probably bits and pieces of straw on the floor. There's a couple of bales of hay that are old up in the hay loft. And there's a ladder leading up to it, which is, I believe, where what you're looking for. What you're looking for seems to be there intact. And
Okay, I just wanted to double check that because of. Then I'll make sure it's hidden and then head back into the house.
Okay. And as you're coming in the front door, do a spot hidden roll for me.
Ooh, 18. I made it.
Okay. Your mother is sitting in her chair. This is a his chair, her chair thing. She's sitting in her chair and she's looking through a magazine and she's sort of facing the window. The rain's coming down. And you see your father sitting there in his chair with, they left the newspaper right next to him. He hasn't touched the newspaper. It's just sitting there, and he's just sitting there kind of quietly staring off into space, not really paying attention. Your mother sees you come in the door, and she's like, Jenny, what were you doing out there?
I'm thinking about taking up smoking, but...
No, you're not. Get upstairs.
Exactly. And then I walk over in front of Dad, and I'm like, did you read this? And I plop it on his lap. And I know he's going to yell at me, but then I'm already making my way upstairs.
He looks down at it and sort of picks it up and opens it up and starts to read. And he doesn't do much. I mean, he starts to read it, and then after just a couple of seconds, he just looks up at you like, are you just going to stand there?
Somebody killed our neighbors.
Everybody dies.
Yeah, but they were tied up and killed.
It's a horrible tragedy.
I look at Mom like to see if she was going to try and support me.
She's like, just sort of gives you the...
Yeah, I head up to my room, and then when I get to the stairs, obviously his back's to me, and I'm like shaking my head like, Mom, talk to, wait, hand gesturing, like, come on, talk to him. And then I run upstairs.
Now I hear Jenny coming up the stairs because my room's right at the top. And I open my door and say, Jenny.
I'll pop in his room.
Yeah, glad you picked up the signal. So I closed the door. Jenny, why are you all wet?
I ran outside for a second.
For what? It's pouring down rain.
Well, tell me what you got to tell me first, and then I'll tell you about my idiot boyfriend.
All right, your brothers, because they're your look. And I hand her one of the filthier of the letters.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't even know what a Portuguese breakfast is.
I don't know. Dirty Sanchez?
Yeah, no clue. Maybe it's maybe it's sort of like a Ricky Martinez. I don't know.
Well, Ricky, that's my boyfriend's name. He's Spanish. Maybe I could ask him later.
Yeah, maybe you could translate it. They're writing to prisoners, acting like a woman.
Really?
Yeah, but don't. Yeah, I was just grossed out too, and I've only gotten through like 9 of those letters. I could barely read another one.
Sorry. What? But wait, you're not thinking? Well, with the prison break. No, come on. What do you think they broke out for Tweedledee and Tweedledum?
Well, they think that it's Tweedlette, and
Oh,
yeah, and the guy's name's Chuck. As you see at the bottom, love, yeah, and that guy's name is Chuck that Dad just brought in and fed spaghetti.
I think it's actually worse.
Then our brothers wanting to be a woman.
Yeah, and I look around like even though I know it's just me and him in the room, I still.
Well, now it's peer pressure, and I've got to look around.
Listen, I've been thinking I'm in love with Ricky, but he's kind of been doing some bad things, and he wants me to take off with him tonight. I'm not going to do that.
Not with this guy in the house.
No, especially. But I told him to come. He's going to come by later in case this creepy guy does anything. But I'm thinking he's a cop.
This guy. I wonder what's in his case. Maybe cop
That's
suit.
what I'm trying to think.
Maybe his cop suit.
Because he's been selling a little marijuana and stuff, Ricky.
Oh?
Yeah. So, but the thing is, he had some problems. I couldn't get it on the phone with him, but money disappeared. But I think he's just an idiot and dropped it because he carries it on his car or his bike all the time. Like, put it away in a hiding spot.
Yeah.
Anyway,
smart guy.
Yeah, he wants me to leave with him tonight. I don't plan on doing that, but. And then you see she's like kind of get that love eyes, and she's thinking about Ricky. But
there's a possible like murder raper in our room. So if you could come back to us now, Jenny.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I even asked the guy. I told the guy I was going to show him where the bathroom was. You know what he did? Just stared at me and then closed the door. Boom. Didn't say a word. No, thank you. No, I don't care. I'll just use a bucket. No, nothing. He just bonk, closed the door. And I haven't heard him move in there since. I don't know what's up. Of course, I was busy doing stuff with
if he's a cop and we ask him if he's a cop, he has to tell us. I know that's how it works. So
that's
maybe that's a rule. It's like a rule. It's in all the movies.
Yep.
So maybe one of the twins could ask him, and then he'll have to tell him. Because I know that's a fact.
Maybe they could just write it in a letter and slip it under his door. They're good at that.
Yeah, but they might recognize his handwriting.
That's true.
Or her handwriting.
Robbie and Jenny do a intelligence roll.
Pass.
18.
Actually, hard.
Who got the better roll?
I got a 24 out of an 80. No, I'm sorry. 24 out of a 60.
I got an 18 out of 50.
Okay.
You did.
Robbie, as you're standing there holding the letters, and maybe you both more or less realized that at the same time that there are return addresses on the backs of all those letters. The guy knows where you live.
Yeah, that's why we thought he showed up.
These idiots used our address.
By the way, James and Justin, did you give this girl a name?
Got to be something with a J.
Jessica.
Yeah, that's good. Go with that.
Can I make an unintelligence roll?
Amanda Pinker snort.
An unintelligence roll?
For coming, I've got this incredibly terrible idea. James, what do you think? We could crawl out our window onto the porch roof and just peek in his window and see what he's doing.
It's storming out there, Justin.
Well, I'm a pretty good climber, and we've got 2 bath towels in here. I could dry off real quick.
I don't know, man. That guy creeps me out. What if he catches you and comes charging in here or something? Then I'm all by myself.
You're not gonna come with me?
Oh.
All right, okay.
All right. Just as you get to the window, a big bolt of lightning flashes and cracks outside. But if you're going to continue, why don't you do actually at this point, why don't you all do sand rolls? You're kind of freaked out.
56.
Pass.
4.
Pass.
I failed.
Okay. Jenny, you're a little upset. You can take 1 point of damage. If you fail 1 point of damage.
Yeah. I jump and a little screech comes out.
You know, we should probably go in there with our brothers. They're probably about to wet themselves with the thunder and the guy next to them.
Don't say nothing about.
You don't say nothing about the.
All right.
And I won't say nothing about the.
Pinky swear.
Yeah.
All right.
We go in.
All right. So you open up Justin and James's door. Wait, it's locked. So just as Justin is climbing out the window, James, you hear a light tap at your door.
Justin, wait, get back in here. Close the window. Okay. And I'll kind of walk over to the door and be like, who is it?
It's us. Open the door.
All right. So I'll make sure that Justin's covered his tracks up to that point, then I'll switch.
Okay.
Smells like wet dog in here.
I was going to say Robbie and Jenny can do a spot hidden to see if they see that half of Justin is wet.
I failed that.
I failed it.
Yeah. You don't notice it at first.
Escape.
Well, I'm wet too.
Oh, yeah. Well, you're getting dry.
So is there any water on the window or anything where it came in when he had it open?
Yeah, you'll notice it in a minute. So
we go in and close the door behind us.
You guys want?
We want to listen in your closet for the guy right next to us. He shares this wall.
That's a much better idea than the one we just had.
What were you guys going to do?
Oh, nothing.
You weren't thinking of climbing out the window or some stupid idea like that.
Oh, no. No, we closed the window, though. We forgot we left it open a little bit earlier.
Hey, good call. No, but he shares the wall right here, so be sure we talk real quiet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, by the way, I went outside and looked up at the window, and he's just standing in the middle of the room. Like, he didn't move, just like if he's a mannequin.
That's creepy.
Was he still in the same place as when he shut the door when I asked him if he wanted to see where to take a piss?
I guess. I don't know. I was down with Grandma.
Weird.
Robbie, do you still have your baseball from when you were playing baseball? That baseball bat? You've got a baseball bat still, maybe?
It's probably in my room somewhere.
you gonna do? You gonna
Probably.
club him over the head before he does anything?
No, he just creeps me out.
Let me give a listen in the closet with my
All right.
ear against the wall, all old school motel style.
Grab a glass.
Oh, yeah.
Do a luck roll for me, mostly to see if the closet isn't piled high with toys and boxes.
Dirty magazines. No.
17. I passed.
Yeah, you can find a place where you can stick your ear up against the wall or use a glass if there's a glass in the room.
Do I hear anything?
Well, it's hard at first. It's hard to tell because Justin and James can't sit still, so they're making noise and fart noises and stuff. And you think maybe you hear something shuffling around in there, but you can't really tell.
Justin, James. Shh. I can't hear anything.
What are you listening for anyway? That guy barely said 2 words when he was downstairs. Who the hell is he gonna be talking to in his room?
I don't know. Maybe he's clanging around his medical sales stuff.
Oh yeah, maybe we find out what's in that case.
Exactly. He's probably shuffling through his case right now.
Maybe he's got a big Rambo knife.
Oh, yeah, that's a big knife. Can one of you guys climb real good?
Yeah, I'm great at climbing.
I look over at Jenny, and I kind of motion to her to out, like send one of them out the window to look in his.
Oh yeah, but that's a crazy idea.
That's
Oh,
nuts.
yeah.
That's nuts. That's absolutely nuts.
Jenny said he was looking out the window. What if he catches Justin?
Was he looking out the window or was he just standing?
Yeah, you think that he was, but he wasn't standing next to the window. He was standing in the middle of the room, like 5 feet from the window, but looking out the window at the same time.
Yeah, he was kind of looking out the window, but like not at the window. So I don't know. This whole thing is creepy.
I'll climb out there, Robbie, if you give me your 3 last baseball cards.
Good ones. Man, we just want to see. Do we want to see what he's doing, or do we want to?
I don't know if
I don't want to give up my last 3 for something that's not worth it.
Maybe we could go out and look from the outside again and see if he's staring at the window, because I don't want him to get scared and fall off the roof.
How are you gonna explain that to Mom and Dad though? Weren't you just out there?
Yeah, I told them I wanted to smoke, and they yelled at me when I ran up. I don't smoke anyway, but I knew it would just piss her off. So, I could go down and talk to him, and one of you could sneak out the back door.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, Dad was kind of pissed at me when I started asking that guy questions. Whatever. It didn't really matter to me.
Dad's been acting weird tonight too.
I showed him the article from the newspaper, and he said people die, like all willy-nilly.
Well, that's a more typical dad answer. But bringing a stranger home, that's ridiculous.
He don't even bring his friends home.
What about Grandma?
She's really upset, but she can't explain what she wants to me, and she's getting frustrated. I put her in a room in bed, but she really wants to tell me something, but I just can't.
So you just put her in the bed?
No, she got mad and wanted to lay down. I was reading to her.
Talk.
No, not like that. Came out worse than it was. You know what? I don't know. Why don't you distract Mom and Dad? I'll go check on Granny, and the twins can go out the back door.
All right.
Good plan.
I like that our plan is just like it would be if that's going to be a great plan. I'm going downstairs. Here I go.
All right, we're gonna follow Robbie.
All right. Oh, so you're going to follow Robbie. All right. So Robbie and James and Justin head down the stairs. Jenny, you're following behind and you're going to go into Grandma's room.
Yeah.
All right. So as you guys are all coming downstairs, your father is still sitting there in the chair. Your mom was looking through a magazine, and she turns back and she sees you coming downstairs and says, what are you kids up to?
Not up to anything. I just came down to talk to you guys.
Grandma was really upset when I put her to bed. I just wanted to check on her because I kind of felt bad.
Justin and I think we left our mitt out back. Don't want it to get rained on.
Well, it's pouring down rain. I don't think that you need to go outside.
Oh, can't we just go look for it? I don't want the mitt to get all soggy.
It's dark and it's wet out there. And you guys need to be getting ready for bed soon anyway.
So we're busted.
I just remembered something. I need to run back up to my room.
Okay. So you go running back up to your room. Justin and James are still downstairs.
I just want to put all those letters. I got to put those letters somewhere so they're not all strewn out over my bed.
Bundle them up and put them under your bed.
in between the mattresses. Because there's still about 9 or 10 that I still need to read for strictly scientific research purposes. Right. So once they're all tucked in there, all right, then I run back downstairs.
All right. So I don't want to play your characters. As I say, by that time, Justin and James are doing the look what I can do. Trying to distract Mom. Jenny, you go into Grandma's room, and the lights are still on. She's sitting up in bed, and when you walk in, she visibly sort of is startled by you coming in, and she's looking at you intently. What do you do?
Just walk over. I wanted to check on you, see if you're okay, but I'm still trying to think of what you were trying to tell me. I wish there was a way that we could figure out how to do this.
Well, as you walk towards her, with her right hand, she kind of motions for you to come over.
All right. I get closer.
And as soon as you do, she grabs a hold of your clothes and she starts yanking you down.
I lean
like this. Okay. But once you're down, she's not like trying to whisper anything into your ear. She actually gets a hold of you, and she pulls you all the way down so that your head is kind of in her lap, or
right.
Not lap, but about here. And she's doing something with her face. She's trying to...
Oh, I'm going to look to see if she's trying to look in her direction. Maybe she's trying to show me something.
And she seems extremely agitated, but as she's doing it, she finally she lets you go. And she sort of is like, you don't understand what just happened. But you thought maybe she wanted to say something to you, but she can't really talk anyway.
Can I make an idea roll?
No.
No. Okay. I'm gonna get down at like her eye level and look at the like where maybe she's trying to point me to a book or to a, I don't know.
And she shakes her head, and just seems frustrated, and she's still a little agitated. Maybe she needs some tea or something.
Now Jenny's getting actually like upset about this kind of, because she doesn't. It's like getting like emotional, like.
Well, and it's like it's frustrating, and it's not the first time you've been frustrated because she can't really communicate. She used to love communicating with. She used to love reading you guys stories, and she was a vivacious, energetic woman, and now she's reduced to this, and it's probably just as frustrating for her as it is for anybody else. And it's sad, but what can you do? I mean,
I tell her I love her and I give her a big hug and I tell her I'll sneak down later and check on you if you want.
all right. And she's like,
And I go back out.
all right. So by this time, Justin and James are doing acrobatics, and Robbie is sitting there cross-legged, and Mom's a little amused, and she's like, all right, why don't you guys get ready for bed?
Can one of you guys grab me a tab from the kitchen?
Sure thing, Jenny. And I'll run over to the kitchen.
And I come out and I kind of like punch Justin on the shoulder. Not hard, just like a distract, so Mom could yell at us.
All right. Well, get ready. Go upstairs. Get ready to go to bed. There's obviously a big storm tonight. Try to go to sleep.
You mean the boys to go to bed? I'll be up. I'm almost an adult. Well, I am an adult in some cultures.
Well, just retire for the evening, if you will.
All right, fine.
Right.
I'm trying any way to mess with Justin to kill some time. Hopefully James got the hint and runs out the back door.
Is that what you're going to do, James? Or did you forget?
It doesn't seem like we have quite enough time for that, and I think she'd know if I came back in sopping wet. So I'm just going to go get her the soda and bring it back, and she can punch me under the table and be like, you didn't get what you want.
But at that, probably your father pipes up and says, do what your mom says.
Yes, Dad.
All right.
You know that guy's up there, Mom.
Oh, how's he going to go to the bathroom? He has to go to the boys' room.
Yeah.
That's kind of creepy.
I don't want to be sleeping with that guy walking through my room, Mom.
Actually, I may have misinterpreted this map. There should have been a bedroom. There should have been a bathroom over there. Well,
I
disregard that statement.
Let's assume, I thought WIC was a water, W/C, water closet. But
that's a walk-in
closet. Yeah. I couldn't figure out why there was this gigantic water closet right in the middle of that.
I was wondering why there was 3 water closets.
Yeah. All right. Walk-in closet. Okay. Well, just assume there's a bathroom attached to that.
All right.
I didn't know what you were talking about at first, and then I'm like, oh, okay. They've got this other code word on here, bath. Yeah, for bathroom.
Who would have thought that?
Who would have thought? Yeah. All right.
All right. So, Mom, there's the guy's up there. He's creepy.
Robbie.
I'm not the only one, Mom. We're all scared by the guy.
Robbie, your dad's we certainly can't turn him out now. It's pouring down rain.
We can give him an umbrella.
She looks frustrated.
Okay. Good night, Mom.
I'm locking my door, Mom.
Fine. Head back up the stairs as well.
I'm with Justin.
She's like, let's just hope that the house doesn't burn down with you locked in your rooms.
Raining, it'll put it out.
All right, so you guys head back up to your rooms. What is your plan?
What time of the night is it right now?
We'll say it's about 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Is that when Dad usually retires for the evening?
They might stay up a little bit later, but you all kind of work hard during the day. So if you're not at school, you're doing chores, you guys are tired. So, yeah, you guys tend to go to bed a little bit early just because you get up and go to school.
You think, guys, are we just going to go to bed?
Heck no, we're not going to just go to bed. Weirdo living right next to us.
I want to know if he's still standing in the middle of that room. That was creepy.
On your way back up, you do go by the guy's door, and you can see that the light is out.
This guy's already asleep.
When we were just downstairs, did we hear any shuffling in the room from downstairs?
No.
Did we happen to notice if the light was still on when we came down the stairs, though? Or we didn't really?
I don't think you really noticed, but...
Well, it's only proper that we stop by and tell him good night. I mean, he is a guest. So we could do it all rude, just be like, boom, boom, open the door. Hey, Mom and Dad said to tell you good night. So good night, Mr. Chuck, in the most friendliest, weird, creepy kid's way.
Mom says polite manners are always key to a good family.
Exactly. And then, so that's, you know what? I'll do it. You guys just keep an eye on me in case the guy tries to get me.
I'll duck around the corner and peek out and watch from a distance.
And I peek out from behind James.
All right, Jenny, that's what I'm going to do.
All right. So, Robbie, you walk up to the door.
Yep.
You can see the lights are out.
Oh, yeah. And because he was rude, and he just shut the door in my face when I was trying to be nice and point him to his bathroom that he didn't need, that I'm just going to knock, and turn the handle.
There's no answer, and the door's locked.
Does the light come on?
No.
I'll just say goodnight through the door. And
right. As you're doing that, all of a sudden from downstairs, you hear your father go to bed.
Wasn't me, Dad. That was it was James.
Why, I oughta. It's all right. I'll just take
Get your asses in bed now.
Good night.
Good night, Mom. Good night, Dad. And I look at those and said, hey, all of you meet up. We got all meet up in one room, but make it sound like you went to your room. So whose room do we want to meet up in?
Is my room farthest from his?
Mine and yours is pretty much even, but you've got a single bathroom. You've got a bathroom attached, so we got one door in and out.
Let's use your room, Robbie, because yours is next to the staircase. If we go to yours, Jenny, we have to cross his door.
You're right. Okay.
What about windows out in case we need to jump out?
If you look at the stairs come up right in front of Robbie's room.
Yeah.
And then past Justin's room, then the guest room, then Ginny's room, and then the master bedroom is all the way on the far end. So Mom and Dad have to walk by all of your rooms.
Right.
But we're
And
going to be shut.
Mom does sometimes open your doors and check on you.
So
It's just a sleepover. It's cool.
Yeah, if Dad comes in, we're in trouble. If Mom comes in, we could say we were all scared, so we were just staying together.
So whose room are you going to be in?
Robbie's, I think, right?
Yeah, Robbie's.
Okay.
If that's okay, I promise not to touch your models.
Yeah, don't touch my stuff, and don't put your hand between the mattresses.
Now there's just a twin bed in there, so
We'll just make you guys a pile of blankets on the floor. See, you guys can run through the bathroom and grab stuff out of your room and come back.
It's a good plan.
Yeah.
all right. So you're going to kind of bivouac in Robbie's room. What are you going to do? Like I say, you guys realize that you're all pretty tired, and this has only made you more tired. You're excited, but the adrenaline rush is gone now, and you guys are pretty drowsy.
I don't I don't know if there's anything else we can do tonight, but maybe we take turns sleeping so that one of us is always awake.
Sleep in front of the door. Somebody's got to sleep. If we're going to go to sleep, then somebody's got to sleep in front of that door. That way, if he tries to open it, he'll have to mush you out of the way.
No way am I going to do that.
Well, if everybody says they're not going to do it, then nobody's going to do it, and the door's going to be open.
I'll stay by the door. And
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I check my Swatch watch to see what time it is again. I keep looking at my watch. Every 5 minutes, I'm looking at my watch.
It's by now it's what, about 9:45. It's almost 10 o'clock.
What do you got? What time's he coming over, Jenny? Oh,
11?
11?
11:30.
Who coming over?
Huh?
Is that your
11.
stupid boyfriend?
Yeah, I told him about the creepy guy, and he was going to come and protect us.
Oh, well, that sounds like a pretty good idea.
Clearly, he's like super strong or something because he's got a mustache.
All right. So what's the situation? Who's going to try to stay awake and who isn't?
Well,
Where
I
are
need
you-
to stay awake.
Jenny, you take the first shift. I'm going to sleep. And I grab some of the blankets that I drug in from my other room, and I just camp out somewhere.
I'll go sleep too.
Okay.
Did you guys close the door in your bedroom?
Oh, yeah. And Justin quickly runs back to check to make sure he remembers correctly.
And then close the door in the bathroom, too, so he has to get through 2 doors if he comes that way.
Okay. Yeah, James, can you at least come halfway with me?
I got your back.
All right, go.
I'll go with Justin.
All right, so I go in. I make sure that the bedroom door to ours is locked. It's closed and locked.
Okay.
And I also take like a bath towel, and I kind of cram it into the base of the door to give it an extra tough thing. Then I come back to the bathroom.
Okay.
Good thinking.
Now I'm going to go back and cover up and try and get some sleep.
And Robbie, you're on the bed. Jenny, you're on a chair next to the door.
Yes.
And the 2 boys are on the floor. Jenny, I would like you to do a Constitution roll.
Ooh. I failed.
We're two.
I'm going to say that by 10:15, you're becoming extremely drowsy and starting to drift off.
Right before I sat down for my watch, I want to look for a sock that's not all crusty, and I'm going to take that can.
Good luck.
Yeah. Take the can of tab that I never opened up and push it into the sock and have myself a little...
Oh, you're going to stretch out one of Robbie's socks.
Oh, they're already stretched way out. Way out.
Okay. Justin and James, you guys have fallen asleep. Robbie, you've drifted off, lying in your sweet, comfortable bed. Right about 11:15, although you're not aware of the time, there is a clap of thunder outside, and it sort of startles you all awake, but as the ringing from the thunder is in your ears, you definitely hear a woman screaming somewhere in the house.
Grandma.
Or mom.
And I run down with my sock to Grandma's room.
Okay. So you come out of the door and straight down the stairs. As you get down to the stairs, you get to Grandma's room, and it's dark inside of her room, and you can see her lying on the bed. She looks like she's half asleep. Okay.
I think, Mom.
Boys, what do you do?
Well, I guess if Jenny ran downstairs, I'll run towards the master bedroom.
Okay.
Dad's room.
Yeah, I'm with James.
Okay. Robbie?
So they went to mom and dad's. Both boys went to mom and dad, right?
Right.
I'm going to grab that bat that we were talking about earlier.
Okay.
And I'll go with them. And I'm to look at that door. First, when I come out of my room, I want to look at that door.
Okay, well, that's what I was going to say. As the three of you go that way, you can see that the guest room door is open.
Okay, I will stop dead in my tracks and be like, guys, and I'll just, without saying anything, just point directly at the door.
I'll crash into the back of James and quickly stop.
Okay. You look inside, and there's nothing in there. I mean, there's just furniture in there. The bed doesn't look like it was ever slept in, and the room is empty. The lights are off, however.
Robbie, Justin, where is that guy?
Can we turn the light on?
Yes.
Turn the light on. Empty?
Yep, empty.
All right, you two behind me. I got the bat. We're going to mom and dad's room.
Okay.
I'll stay huddled close to Justin.
Yeah, you guys stay close.
Robbie.
Like grab hold.
Oh yeah.
As you come around the corner where Ginny's room is, looking towards the master bedroom, you can see that the master bedroom door is open.
There a hall light?
Lights are off. Yeah, you can turn on the hall light, and it shines some light into mom and dad's room. Let me jump down to Ginny really quick. Ginny, you're in Grandma's room?
Yeah.
Okay.
But if I see everything's okay, I think, oh crap, Mom, and I'm gonna run back up the stairs.
Well, when you turn around from Grandma's room and you step back into the living room, you can see that the back door near the kitchen is open.
Ricky?
I don't know if you can see. There is no back door.
Oh, next to the screened porch, there's a double back door.
Yeah, that's the door that's open. The one going out into the screened porch.
I'm going to grab a fork because that's the first thing I could think of.
Gonna run to the kitchen and grab a fork? Okay.
Yeah. And I have the sock with the soda can and a fork.
Okay.
And Ricky, if that's you playing around, stop it.
Do a spot hidden for me.
Failed.
Okay. You got a fork and a can.
Well,
the three of you upstairs. What are you going to do? You guys are maybe 5 feet from mom and dad's room. The door is open. A little bit of hallway light is shining into their room, but you can't really see because it's the shape of it. It's kind of around the corner.
Did you say Ginny's room door was still closed?
Jenny's door is closed.
Can we peek our head in real quickly to the laundry room?
Yeah, it's just an empty laundry room.
Well, I'm gonna stay huddled behind Robbie and just kind of let him lead us in.
How come you get the baseball bat?
Because I'm twice your size.
Oh.
Yeah. Now, come on. I'm going to turn the light on in the parents' room.
Okay. So you step into the doorway, you turn the light on, and when you flip the light on, lying on the floor next to your father's side of the bed is a body. It's a big body, and it's been completely stripped of skin.
I'm going to push both of them back.
And do a sanity roll. Robbie.
Did we see it before he pushed us back, or
Possibly. That's I'm going to see how he did on his sanity.
70 on 50. I failed it.
Okay. 1d4 plus 1.
3.
All right. So you yelp. Justin and James, do a dodge roll to see if you sort of dodge Robbie's arm pushing you back, and you get to look.
No, I fail dodge.
that is a 1 on a 35.
You got a 1?
Yeah, 1.
Wow.
So Robbie's hand goes back and pushes Justin, and you sort of duck under Justin and under Robbie, and you just suddenly upright yourself right in the room, right at the foot of the dead body. James, you can do a sanity roll.
All right. As you said, 1d4.
Well,
Oh,
yeah, do a sanity roll first.
that is a 10. So that is definitely a pass.
All right. Well, I think you should still do a 1d4 at least.
That's pretty horrifying. That is a 3.
What? Let me see.
And I'll just kind of like start to stutter and slowly back away. But I'm not moving quickly. Like I'm just completely in shock.
Jenny, also, I think that you hear the commotion upstairs because Robbie yells.
I'm gonna abandon looking out the back and run up the stairs.
I'm going to stop her from coming in also.
Okay. She's a little bigger than you, so.
Now I'm saying, Mom, Dad, Mom, like very loud.
Jenny, stop. Don't come in here.
Jenny, if you want to sort of do a dodge roll to push past him. He's big and strong boy.
08.
Yeah, so you just push past him. And now you see it too. You don't know who it is. It might be your dad. It's about the right size, but
D4 plus 1, correct?
yeah.
3 points also.
I was going to say, you're a girl. It might be D6.
Oh, I'll do it. Oh, still a plus 1?
No.
Well, I got a 2, so I'll just take the 3.
Okay. But you probably scream.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So, Justin, by now, you haven't seen it, but you know there's something horrifying, and you can do a sanity roll because you haven't seen it.
Oh, let me see. 96. Oh, I really fail.
Yeah, do a 1d4. You're not sure you want to see.
Oh, no. 4.
Yeah. I think the fact that not seeing is a little bit more intense and frightening than actually seeing what it is.
Well, once the shock wears off, I'm going to walk over and is anybody still in the bed?
No.
Where's Mom?
The sheets are all torn off the bed. The window is partly open, maybe that much. There's blood everywhere, well, on the floor. And there's this body is completely skinned. It looks like in one of those medical pictures where you're just seeing muscles and sinew.
What about Grandma?
Grandma's in bed. I think she's okay. But the back door's open.
Where's Mom and Dad?
Is there any way to identify what's laying on the ground?
Maybe. You'd have to touch it. You'd have to flip it over so you can see the face.
I've got the bat. I'll poke it with a stick and
Use a strength roll because it's pretty heavy. It's obviously.
Boys, keep an eye on the door. Make sure we don't get attacked from behind.
Do
Look out the door.
I see it by now?
Justin, I think by now you've wormed your way in to see it.
Oh, no. Do I take another morale or
Do another sanity check because it's more horrifying than you think.
I 22. I passed.
Okay.
The first shot got me through it.
Why don't you do another D4 though?
Oh,
Because
jeez.
it's
Oh, geez, that's 3 more. I'm down 7.
Yeah.
Am I getting hit with like a minor phobia?
No, that's only five or more in a single hit.
Oh, okay.
I failed the strength roll.
Okay. So you're sort of now just making it flop, and you can all do constitution rolls to see if you vomit.
I was just gonna say that I puked. Oh, absolutely. Projectile vomit.
Oh, I hold it down.
Hold it down.
92.
That's an extreme success for me. So apparently I'm doing okay.
You guys are used to gross.
Yeah, 34. Get past it here.
But I think that you all have to kind of back out of the room because it's horrific. Robbie, you probably got blood on you.
We couldn't take a look in the bathroom, the big master suite bathroom,
Sure. I mean,
because that's a big room. That's a
If I'm not immediately turned away from nausea or whatever, can I go try and help Robbie?
okay. Well, we'll say that you manage to turn the body over. And you're 90% sure it's your dad.
Is there a wedding ring on it, or is that gone too with the skin?
It seems to be gone.
Ooh, do we take another sand, realizing it's dad?
Okay.
Oh, did I just walk in?
That's a
Oh,
It's
no,
nice under this bus.
that's a fail.
I passed.
Oh,
Still 1d4, right?
By now you're getting you're just do a 1d6 and cut it in half.
Okay. Oh, geez. 3.
Two.
1.
Wow, I'm down 10 sanity so far. I'm so shaken.
Apparently, I don't care that my father is laying skinless on the floor. So, all right. Well, I will
So you're
begin.
standing in the hallway trembling, all of you.
There's
My-
nothing we
yeah.
can do for them. We've got to make sure Grandma's okay.
And Mom.
And Mom.
Get downstairs.
Yep. I run downstairs. Still got the bat. Still got a steak knife in my pocket, just in case.
Okay. When you come down the stairs, now you notice that there are wet marks on the ground, on the carpet, through the house, going towards Grandma's room. And Grandma's room is now closed.
I'm just gonna barge in.
Yeah.
That's Grandma.
Okay. When you get to the door is locked.
Robbie.
And you think you can hear something inside.
Robbie.
Boom.
Just a second. You hear what sounds like a buzzing sort of noise. It's odd. It sounds almost like a machine making a buzzing noise. I want you guys all to do listen rolls.
99. All I could hear was my heartbeat in my ears.
I got another 1.
Wow.
Oh, excellent.
I got a hard success.
Okay. Well, those of you who can hear, especially James, you hear this sort of modulated buzzing noise. But James, you can hear that what the buzzing noise is saying is, "Tell me where it is, old woman. Tell me now."
I can make that out like clearly and audibly.
Yeah, but it sounds like a buzz making that sound.
I guess I'll look at my siblings and be like, "Did you hear that? Did you hear what it said?
No.
Somebody's in there threatening Grandma."
Tell me, and it can all be over quickly, it says.
We got to get in there. He's gonna hurt her.
We tweak it's just the little
Yeah,
crap inside lock, right?
right.
I
All right, you pop the lock, and what do? Push the door open?
Yep.
All right.
Push the door open.
When you push the door open, what you see is your grandmother is lying in the bed. Standing over her is your father. And there's a suitcase open on the bed with all kinds of things coming out of it that are attached to your mother's skull. And your father seems to have some sort of a control in his hand, and he's looks like he's torturing grandma, but at the same time, when he speaks, his voice is this sort of buzz sound. And of course, he immediately sees you come in the door, and he looks around quickly, like he's trying to assess what he's about to do. What do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna crack him in the skull with that bat.
Yeah, that's
All right.
not Dad. And I was gonna swing the can of soda.
All right, so you guys rush into the room then after him. When you do, he drops the remote control and immediately runs for the far window and smashes through it to the outside. And you can see your grandmother is lying there in the bed, and she's sort of twitching a little bit.
Are the things still attached?
Yeah, they're still attached. There's little lights that are flickering.
And the things, they're mechanical or they're creatures? Or
No, they're mechanical.
Okay.
It looks like he's doing something to her brain.
Did you say our mother was in the room as well?
No, your grandmother.
It's just grandma, the suitcase, and the weird attachment.
Right.
Was the guest that came in, was he the same size as Dad?
Not really.
Oh, this is weird.
And this guy was definitely your dad, except that it wasn't as big as your dad.
Oh, was this the guy that looked like our dad? Was he about the size of the guest, Chuck?
Everybody do idea roll.
Was his skin flabby?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Failed.
25 on
I got an 8.
40.
Anybody pass?
66.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
I'm
I had
sorry.
an
25. I got a hard pass.
Extreme success.
Okay. If you passed, the thought crosses you that this is the stranger wearing your dad's skin. And you can do a sanity roll.
If
And
I
that's going to
failed,
be a 1d6. And if you... Oh, you failed your sanity roll? I'm sorry. Let's reverse that. Let's say, well, it's no 1d6 if you pass. 1d failed.
1d8?
Yeah.
1d8.
Oh, your idea. Wait, hold on. Only if you passed your idea roll.
I failed my idea roll.
Okay, then you're fine. You haven't put 2 and 2 together yet.
Oh, good. I failed that as well.
2.
But if you passed your idea roll, you put 2 and 2 together.
I take 4.
Okay.
So I'll start to stutter a little bit and be like, I don't think that was Dad.
What do you
Robbie?
mean? That was totally Dad.
Robbie, you ran in swinging the baseball bat. The guy went out the back window. What do you do?
He was talking with a buzz box.
It sounded like it. Yeah, like the sound of a
One of
person
these?
who. Yeah.
Did he drop that?
You didn't see anything dropped except for this remote control that's attached to your grandmother's head.
All right. I'm going to turn to you guys, and you guys make sure grandma's all right. I'm going to go get that guy. And I go out the window after him. To
Okay.
see if I see which way he went.
All right. So you're going out the window after the guy. Jenny, you ran in swinging the thing. You're now standing next to Grandma. And she's all attached with this stuff.
See if I can. Is it like stuck on, or is it like in her
You're not
flesh?
really sure. It almost looks like it's penetrating into her.
I want to see if I could just take one very gently and try and pull it out.
Yeah, it does seem to come right out, but it also seems to go in quite a ways.
Wow, this thing is like.
But they come out fairly easily.
I'm gonna start taking them all off of her.
Okay. And as you do, she rolls her eyes up and she looks up at you. And as you're getting the last of these things out, she like moves her hand for you to come close again. And when she does, she grabs a hold of you and she pulls you down, and it becomes obvious that she's looking at the back of your neck for some reason. And as soon as she does, she lets you go, and she points at the boys.
Guys, look at my neck. Grandma keeps trying to tell me something.
I come on over.
She's doing this to James as well.
Okay, I'll walk over as well.
And she also grabs you by the clothes, and she kind of pulls you down and looks at the back of your neck and then pushes you away, and then wants to do the same thing to Justin. And then she just kind of like, she looks a little relieved, and she points to the bookcase. Okay. And she looks at you, Jenny, and she like points at the bookcase.
I walk over and I run my hands along the books until she makes.
And when you do, you see her sort of give you one of those.
All right, I'll take whatever.
And you can see that it's a journal. And she goes,
I bring it over.
It's a pretty little journal. It's on like light green paper. It looks like it's old, like really old. And she takes it from you and she sort of sets it on her and she starts moving through the pages. And then she goes like this,
All right. I'll take a look at it.
All right.
It was in the spring of 1918 that the worst of it occurred. We knew we were getting close. We were getting close to the nest. My friend Kenneth had been replaced by one of the things, and he wanted revenge. It was late afternoon when we found them all huddled together in the basement of Miskatonic Science Building. They were constructing some sort of machine. All they needed was the artifact. Two of them were torturing Kenneth's brain for information when we burst into the room and started firing with the organic lightning gun. The first volley managed to blast off the head of one, if you can call it a head. The others turned to attack, but we had them trapped. Michael lobbed a Molotov at the group and everything burst into flames. We closed the steel doors and listened to the buzzing screams for 5 minutes before getting the hell out of there and alerting the school to the fire. In the end, everything got covered up and no one suspected us at all. We made a mutual pact that we would hide and keep the artifact a secret. If the creatures ever got it again, it would be the end of all of us.
And she's kind of like pointing towards the bed that she's sleeping in.
I start looking where she's pointing.
And you see that underneath the bed is an old suitcase.
All right, I'll pull it out.
Okay. And yeah, it looks like it's got a like a combination lock, but it also looks pretty old.
I'll grab the fork that I have and see if I could pop it open.
Okay. Without much effort and with a little strength, you do manage to pop it open. Now inside, there's a number of pieces of cloth that are laid on top of it. But when you pull that back, there are two things that are very strange looking. One of them is a kind of rock. It looks like it's faceted like a crystal. It's black. And it seems to be somewhat shiny, like it's polished. It's got some strange greenish sort of veins through it, and you don't know what it is, but it looks like something you'd see in a science, like in a geode shop or something like that. The other thing is very strange indeed. It looks almost like some sort of a organic plant thing shaped vaguely gun-like. It looks like you'd hold it and point it and pull some sort of a trigger on it. And she's becoming very excited pointing at it.
Is this the artifact, Grandma? And is this what I think it is?
And she points at the window.
Boys, we gotta get this thing. Should I do sanity? Or is it in the heat of the moment?
The three of you can all do sanity. Let's go back to Robbie. Robbie, you've jumped through the window. It's lightly raining at the moment. And you're not sure where the guy went, but possibly towards the barn.
I start walking away from the window and towards the barn, looking each way, making sure I don't get a drop on me.
Okay. It's pretty dark. You get to the barn, and the barn doors are open, which they were closed earlier. You also notice the tractor, which is sitting there, is partly disassembled. It's as if somebody started taking it apart.
Are there any wet footprints going into the barn?
Well, everything is wet, so you don't really see footprints, but you do see puddles. I mean, there's puddles everywhere. Do a luck roll.
Okay. 9.
Okay.
Yep.
There's a moment when you think you hear something up in the loft moving around.
Well, he'll get the drop on me if I try to go up there. At a terrible disadvantage. I don't see anybody though, right? I don't see any trace of this thing.
There's not enough light to see. Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it and go back.
Okay. As you are going back, you think you see something around the side of the house. And all of a sudden, the house goes black. And all of you guys inside, the house suddenly goes black.
Shit.
Robbie, you know that whatever that was over by the power box.
Now, I'm going to start calling out for Robbie to come back to the window.
Okay.
I go back to the window.
Okay.
I look him dead in the face and I go, I know you're not going to believe this, but these are fucking aliens, man. And I show him the gun and I'm like, take this. And Grandma hunted aliens. This is a lightning gun. I'm not bullshitting you. I'm not crazy. Just trust me, please. And you've never seen her more sincere in her life.
I drop the bat and pick up the organic lightning plant gun.
Yeah, it almost seems to fit itself onto your hand as you're holding it.
Oh, yeah.
Now, remember, you're all standing in the dark.
Can we vaguely see each other?
Yeah, I mean, there's some light, but...
Baseball bat.
Yeah, I was going to say one of the boys grabbed the bat.
You do, of course, live out in the country. Power does go out, so you know there's candles everywhere. Candles in drawers, matches, they're everywhere.
While everyone else is kind of holding their own individual weapon, I'll run and get some candles and light them and kind of act as the torch guy for the group.
James, hey, get the fire poker from the fireplace just around the corner.
Oh, that's good.
Robbie, are you still standing outside the window?
Yeah, basically, I've got the barn off to the left. The window is here, and this is the side of the house. If I'm coordinated correctly,
Okay.
or whatever the word I'm looking for. If it all falls like I'm wanting, I've got my shoulder here, window, talking to Jenny, and
Okay.
I'm able to see the corner of the house. The barn is off to my left.
Okay.
Gun has formed to me.
Do a spot hidden for me.
97.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So as you're looking in one direction, you suddenly hear coming up quickly to the side of you what sound like wet, slappy footsteps. I mean, they're fast. Whatever it is running. And as you turn to look, you see something that's almost ghost-like in a white flowing nightgown. And in the last instant, you see your mother with a butcher knife coming out of the shadows and swinging it at you. Do a dodge roll if you want to jump out of the way.
Of course I do. And that is... Oh, my. When it's all zeros, that's not a good
That's
thing.
not a good thing. So most likely what you do is you go, Ma, just as she hits you with the butcher knife, which does... What's the butcher knife do? Butcher knife.
I have never rolled all zeros until my mother came at me with a butcher knife.
She does 4 hit points of damage to you. So she jams it like right in here. And as she does this, she screeches at you. You guys standing inside looking at the window, you all do sanity rolls because you think something just got Robbie, and it did.
I passed.
Oh, no, I fail again. Again.
Now, I didn't drop that
I
gun.
passed.
It
No.
It molded to me.
Right. If you failed, do 1d4. If you pass, just take a point of damage.
3 more. All right. Down 13.
So now you're pretty big, Robbie. She didn't knock you over, but she's pulled that knife back again to hit you with it again.
Can we see that it's Mom now, or?
No, because it kind of pushed Robbie away from the window. You can hear a woman screeching. Just you think she's yelling, "Die, die, die."
I yell out, Robbie! And I'm not, do I go forward or do I? No, I'm kind of frozen. Robbie, are you okay?
No, I just got stabbed by a screeching ass mom.
Oh, she's standing over you. She's going to stab you again in a second.
She's shoot her with a lightning bolt gun.
Okay. Do a shoot roll, I guess. Firearms.
There, 16. Where is
That sounds pretty good.
handgun? That's a pass.
Okay.
That is a pass.
When you sort of want to shoot, you're thinking about shooting. A bolt of light electricity, like a Tesla coil going off, shoots out of the gun and hits your mom. And your mom sort of lights up for just a second with this butcher knife in her hand. And you smell the smell of bacon, the smell of human flesh cooking. And your mother falls to the ground, sort of panting. Alexa, stop.
Oh, that gun made that sound.
Yeah. You don't think she's dead, but she's lying on the ground, sort of trembling. Her eyes are rolled up into her head.
I'm gonna snatch
All
her-
the three of you guys see this bright flash of light, and there's sort of a crack. It's not like thunder, but it's like a bolt of electricity.
I want to lean into Grandma and tell her, "Don't worry, Grandma, we got this." And I'm gonna give her a hug and stand up and then look at the boys and go, "Nobody fucks with the Feldman family. Let's go." And then climb out the window.
Jenny, shouldn't you look at her neck?
No, come on. Oh, maybe. I didn't think of that. Oh, I think she was just seeing if we were human.
Well,
Come on, we got to get this guy. He already got Dad.
okay.
All right. Yeah, I'll follow them out the window, presumably with a fire poker and an unlit candle because it's raining outside.
Okay. We'll say by now the rain has stopped. The wind is blowing. Everything is soaking wet, though.
Robbie, are you okay?
No, I got stuck by that knife. She stabbed the shit out of me, and I'm gonna get it off of her. She should be pretty harmless right now.
I'll pick up the knife then.
Yeah, you can get the knife off of her.
Yeah. Check her for anything else real quick. Make sure she don't have anything else sticking around, because obviously she's gonna stab me again.
And she's got a big smoldering sort of burn right above her breast.
I want to look at the neck.
Yeah, I was just about to say, let's roll her over and take a look at her neck.
Okay, there's nothing there.
What is?
Although to be honest, you don't know exactly what you're looking for.
Yeah. What does she look like? I mean, is she? Yeah.
She looks like your mother in the night clothes that she normally wears, except that she's completely crazed looking.
And
Except that-
smoldering.
and smoldering, and her eyes are sort of rolling around in her head.
Does it look like a skin suit or does it look like Mom that's crazy?
Do a spot hidden.
I failed.
Yeah, you can't really tell, but she's your mom's size, your mom's shape.
Oh, that's gotta be Mom. Mom.
Don't wake her up. She's stabby. She's stabby, and just let her sleep. She'll be okay. She's got to sleep it off.
Yeah, but I'm afraid if she gets up and goes after Grandma. Sorry.
I do want to ask, did you do anything with the artifact?
I have it in my hand.
Okay.
It was a stone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I put it in my pocket actually. My jeans pocket.
All right.
And the journal. Like I put them.
So what do you want to do next? You're standing next to Mom.
There was somebody else in the there's somebody around the corner of this house. And then there was somebody in the loft of the barn.
Robbie, you look like you're bleeding pretty bad. We should patch you up first.
I was gonna say I'm gonna run over to Robbie and just kind of tear a piece of my shirt and just try and tourniquet the wound.
Do a what is
First
it?
aid.
First aid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there anything I could tie Mom up with?
That's a 5 on a 55.
Yeah, you take one last point of damage, Robbie. Physical damage. He stopped the bleeding. You guys get hurt occasionally on the farm, so you're used to the first aid stuff. Jenny, do a luck roll.
Pass.
Well, there's a garden hose nearby, and there's I suppose maybe, Grandma used to have a lot of robes. There would be ties on the robes.
Well, I think with the garden hose, if we just kind of like hog tie her, sort of, but facing forward, just so she can't get up on her grandma or herself, is
Okay.
my thinking. Not to
All right.
hurt her.
So you managed to, it's not the best thing because it's kind of thick, but yeah, if you wrap her up enough, there's not much she can do to get loose. And all the while you're doing this, her eyes are just rolling up into her head. She's in shock, literally.
There is a hole in her chest.
Ba-dum-tsh.
All right, so what do you guys want to do next?
Right, you guys want to go to the barn? I don't know if that was Mom that came out of the barn. I heard somebody in the barn, somebody around the corner of the house, and then Mom come screaming at me and stabbed me. So I shot her. So I still have the gun.
These things seem like they can take people over. Like, I'll quickly, if I can, read him that passage so he knows.
Oh, this must be the gun in the passage.
Shouldn't we call the police? This guy seems crazy out there.
There's no power now. And you know what? That might be Ricky out here. He was supposed to come, and maybe they got him too.
Oh.
I agree with Robbie. Let's head over to the barn and see what we can find out.
Okay. When you guys get over to the barn, you notice that the doors are open, as I said before. You notice that the tractor has been partly taken apart. You don't hear anything in the barn, but you did before. It's dark in the barn. There's no electricity.
I don't hear anything now. That must have been Mom that was out here.
Do I still have my lit candle?
Yeah. You've managed to keep it lit.
Is there a kerosene lantern hanging in the barn?
Sure.
We'll light one of those up, so at least we have some light. And I'm like, Robbie, can I see the back of your neck?
Sure. I show her the neck.
Yeah, you don't see anything.
No. Grandma kept looking at all our necks for something.
Probably for a zipper, because that's the way they take the skin off like a suit.
That's what I was thinking, something like that. But just wanted to see if you had like some mark. I don't know.
Ah, it's good. But if that was Mom that was out here, that means it was the other guy that was over that killed the power, which means Grandma is at the house alone with the skin guy.
Shit.
We gotta
And
move.
Mom.
And
Go
Mom.
Head back?
Yep. Better head back.
All right. Just as you are getting, are you going to go through the window or through the front door?
Isn't the back door still open?
Yeah, the back door's open. The screen porch door.
And it's right next to her room. Oh, my thing went dark. Hold
Right
on.
on the
Well,
other
it's
side
not
of the
quite.
room.
Yeah, can't we just tuck in the back door?
All right, so you're going to head over towards the back door. But just as you're coming around the side of the house, Jenny, you notice about a mile away down the road, you see a couple of headlights heading in your direction.
Hey, I think that might be Ricky.
Time for your boyfriend right now, Jenny.
No, I'm saying if we need to get away from here, at least he could drive us.
That's true.
We can't leave Mom here or Grandma.
And it's an extra set of hands.
We could put Mom in the back and store her while we handle this other stuff. But right now we need to make sure that your grandma's not in there getting hooked up to the machine again.
Yeah, let's go. Let's stop talking. Let's just go in.
All right, so you all go in?
Yeah.
All right. So you go inside, you go in through the screen porch, and you cross the, let's see. You're in the family room next to the kitchen. Everybody do spot hidden.
Ooh, 04. First spot hidden I passed.
Okay.
14 is good.
Yeah, 06 here. Best roll of the game for me.
Failed by
Yeah.
3.
Ginny, you didn't notice it before, but you see the knife block that the butcher knife is missing. But it also looks like some of the other knives are missing too.
The knives are missing, guys.
Counted for one of them. Mom had it. Where's the rest?
Yeah,
I had
got-
one of them in my pocket.
Do we know if there's like a flashlight or two we could grab?
Sure. Yeah.
All right.
In the
So
kitchen drawer, there's flashlight.
I try to get one or two.
Okay. We'll say there's a couple.
Okay, so I grab them both and hand one to Robbie.
Okay.
So we all have a light source now.
Right. And you're heading towards Grandma's room. You get to Grandma's room, and she's lying in bed looking absolutely terrified. And looking at you like she's hoping you haven't been taken over.
They didn't get us. Mom's tied up outside. I think she'll be okay, hopefully.
And she looks at you, Robbie, and she looks at the gun. And she gives you a look that you could interpret as like, you have to kill that fucking thing.
First, we have to find it. Once I find it, I'll kill it, Grandma. Jenny,
All
you
right.
think you can get her in her chair and get her mobile
Yeah,
so that when it's time to go, we don't have to.
yeah, good idea.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get her in there. And
About
I
this
whispered
time,
this to Jenny. Stick the artifact under her, like under Grandma. And, you know what I mean? Have her sitting on it like a hen on an egg.
Yeah. All right.
about this time, you can hear the wet wheels of a pickup truck pull up in the front. You see the lights go off before it quite gets here, because
Yeah,
of course
yeah.
he doesn't want to wake everybody up.
Robbie, go cover him with the gun. I got
Okay.
Grandma.
You hear a door, a car door slam, and you can hear Richie coming up onto the front porch, heading towards the front door.
All right. I go up to meet Ricky at the Richie.
Ricky.
Ricky.
All right. I'm going to meet Ricky at the door.
Okay. So you open the door.
Well, I look out first to make sure it's him.
Okay.
With the
Yeah,
flashlight.
you see Ricky, and he's like nonchalantly popping up the door, and he sees the flashlight, and he's like, "What the fuck?"
It's me, Ricky. Get in here.
Why is your power off? What the hell's going on?
Because the power's off, Ricky. Can you just get in here and close the door?
As you say that to Ricky, you see a couple of hands come around and grab Ricky and yank him backwards. And what looks like your father is standing there, and he throws Ricky down on the ground. And you see his hand, something comes out of his hand that looks like a long, almost like a long saber knife. And he goes like that right into Ricky's chest. And you hear Ricky scream. And the thing looks back at you, and you can see that part of its skin is torn. And there are things underneath it that look very insect-like. You can do a sanity roll, but at the same time, you can...
Take the shot.
Sure. Yeah, I think you go ahead and take the shot first and then take your sanity.
$95.
Okay. So it scares you to the point where you fire the gun and the lightning shoots out and it hits the ground and it hits the post of the porch, and you see the post sort of splinter and sag a little bit, and the creature just immediately freezes, and then it looks like as it runs away that the skin on its back sort of bursts open. And that's where you can do your sanity roll.
Failed
It's
that
just
too. I failed the sanity roll.
Okay, 1d6.
now we don't see it. It's just Robbie.
Right.
Okay.
All right. Roll.
That's a 5.
1d8.
That's a 5 shot on sanity loss.
Okay. 1d8, please.
Six.
I'm going to type something to you. Let's see. All right. So what are the three of you doing? You hear the crack of the lightning gun. You see the flash. You hear
Ricky.
you hear Ricky scream.
How far away is Ricky from us?
Maybe 20 feet at the most.
Oh, I come on over. I run on over to see what's going on. Like,
Well, now you're still inside, correct?
yeah, we were in the room of Grandma's room.
Okay, and he was on the front porch. So
So,
you can't see him directly, but you know he's right outside the door.
so I'll just bolt around the corner when I hear my big brother scream.
And I'll
Okay.
run to back up my twin.
All right, so you run up behind Robbie as he's standing there with the gun. James, you're right behind him. Jenny, what are you doing?
I'm getting Grandma in the chair.
You're getting Grandma in the chair.
And
All right,
make sure
Robbie,
she-
Justin, and James come running up behind you. What do you do?
I turn. And I see them. And I'm looking at both of them.
Robbie, what happened?
Don't talk. I don't even know who you are. I've got no idea. Why don't you both just back up? Just back up from me. That's all.
Justin takes a step back, but says, Robbie, it's me, your brother.
I'm not. No, you're not. Neither of you. Neither of you are what you seem. Neither of you. And I raised the gun.
Oh, crap. I nervously look over to James.
Yeah, I'm basically frozen in fear at this point, and just trying to mumble, "It's us, Robbie."
I look down at the body that stabbed Ricky.
Yeah.
I look at them.
Robbie's eyes look a little crazed.
I take a few more steps backwards, slowly back towards the porch. And as I go, I grab James by the back of the shirt or coat and kind of tug on him to come back with me.
I'll just kind of fall right in line, just trying to get back through the door.
All right, Jenny, by now you have got Grandma into her chair and you're wheeling her to the door. And as you come through, you can see Robbie pointing the gun at Justin and James.
Robbie, what are you doing?
Don't.
Robbie, they got Mom and Dad. We don't have time for this. Robbie,
It's not a game.
it's not a...
It's not a
Nope.
game.
You don't remember what they did to Dad?
Oh, I remember. I
Let's,
remember exactly what they did.
let's
I remember
get
what
them.
I remember what all of you did.
We didn't...
Every one of you. And if you haven't done it, you want to. I know. You think I don't know, but I know. I know every one of you. I know what's inside of you. I know what you're thinking. I know what you want to do. And I'm not going to let it happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen because I'm going to stop it.
What do the three of you want to do other than Robbie? Yeah. You see your brother's crazy. He's acting crazy.
I step in front, not towards him, but I get in front of Grandma. I'm just like, with my hands up. I put the knife in my belt, and I put my hands up. Robbie, please.
We'll call
now
this round 3 at this point.
She's crying. You know, tears are definitely come. Robbie, please look at me. I'm your sister. They killed Mom and Dad. We need to kill them. The aliens, the robots. Go. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, I'll look at Jenny and go, Jenny, show them the artifact. That's what they want. If we were one of them and we already had it, this would be over, Robbie. We have the artifact.
You already have the artifact.
And,
That means it's over for all of us. If you get out of here, it's over for everybody. It's up to me. Because you've already gotten the artifact. You got what you wanted.
Our family needs to keep it safe from them. Whatever they are, the aliens.
Robbie, you suddenly hear something land on the porch outside, but on the ceiling of the porch. Like something just jumped up there, and you can hear it. It sounds like something skittering across the wooden porch up above you.
Do any of us hear it, or just Robbie?
Yeah, well, you suddenly notice him turn and look towards it. And Robbie, your paranoia is starting to wear off.
I'm going to back off the porch, out into the yard, and try to look up.
Okay. Just as you do, you see something bizarre, like a lobster, climb through the guest window, smashing it as it goes through. But it's going into the house. At this point, it doesn't look like a person anymore. It looks like an insect, a cockroach, a lobster, a crab thing. You don't have to do a sanity roll because you're still recovering from your sanity loss. But I'll say that you yell.
I bust past all them up the stairs. Bust up past all of them and up the stairs. I don't say a word to them. I just break through.
Okay.
And
what are you guys all going to do when he runs up and past the stairs?
I guess we'll chase him up the stairs.
Yeah, right on the heels.
Take the knife out and follow him.
All right, you're going to leave Grandma downstairs?
I mean, if the thing's upstairs.
All right, Robbie, as you clear the top of the stairs, you see this thing coming out of the guest room and into the hall. It's bizarre beyond belief. You're pretty sure that it's got a brain thing on the top of it and insect-like feelers and a carapace. It's almost red, the color of it. There's bits of flesh that are still hanging on it and a glisten of blood. And this thing looks hostile, and it's coming at you with big knife-like claws.
I've got to take the shot again with
Okay.
the lightning plant.
You're almost at point blank, so I'm going to say go ahead and do a handgun roll, but a bonus dice. So you roll it twice.
$95.
Okay. And did you do the bonus dice as well?
It was 9 both times.
All right. So it goes off, and it hits the walls. It hits the railing, which shatter and burst into flame. So the walls are now partly on fire in the hallway, And the creature does react to it. It reacts by, in fear, trying to get away. And I assume now you're sort of backing away from it, which you guys all hear the crack, and you see the burst of fire and flame, and you can see now this thing come around the corner, this giant cockroach creature. You can all do sanity rolls, and possibly we'll see how this goes. This is going to be the big one, so...
I failed it.
16.
Failed it.
Could have used that a minute ago.
All right, so if you failed it, I want you to do a 1d10.
No.
I passed.
Oh, no. 9 plus the 13. I'm at 22 down. But that was
10.
a 9.
I got a 10.
Okay. And James, you said you passed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you pass, do a 1d4. Justin, do a 1d8.
Oh, 1d8?
Yes,
oh,
do it.
okay, sorry. 1d8, not a 1d10. Okay.
Right.
This is Sandloss?
This is what's going to happen to you.
It's 6.
You have the same thing as Robbie. You're now convinced that everybody here is in on this. They're all monsters.
Oh,
It's
no.
your choice of what you want to do. Do you still have a baseball bat?
Yeah, I still have a baseball bat.
Okay, that's good.
Uh,
Jenny, 1d8.
2.
Jenny, you flee in panic. So you just turn tail and run. You don't care about anybody. Fuck them all.
Screaming and running out into the front door.
Run out into the dark. James, you see Jenny run. You see Justin suddenly looking at everybody suspiciously. Robbie, you passed. You have another chance to fight at this thing before it gets to you. It'll get to you in the next round.
All right.
I back down the stairs. I don't want to be near anybody. Clutching the baseball bat as I slowly retreat down the stairs.
I've got that fire poker, and I'm just going to try and buy Robbie some more time by basically hurling this thing at the monster.
Okay, do a throw roll.
It is a hard pass.
Okay, you actually hit the thing. So just as it's getting ready to swipe at Robbie, you hit it, and it's distracted for a moment. Robbie, what do you want to do?
Try to kill it. Try
All
to
right.
shoot it. Otherwise, I'm going to die. We all going to die.
Jenny, you're going to run for 7 rounds.
14. 14 out of 20.
All right. Let's see. You hit it square in the middle, and it's once again, there's sort of, in this case, there's this delicious smell of seafood, and there's smoke, and there's like a little burst of flame as the lightning sort of hits the thing, and it stumbles backwards, actually a little bit more into the fire that's been started. But it's not coming at you at this moment, and it doesn't seem able to kind of get away. It's stunned. Justin, what are you going to do with that baseball bat?
Okay, so I'm backing down the stairs. I'm like, I don't want to be next to anybody. When I get to the base of the stairs, is any living thing around me?
Well, James was sort of near you, but he threw that thing at the creature. You're kind of trapped.
Oh, I'm trapped.
You're kind
I'm
of trapped on the stairs. You can't go down. You can't go up because James is down below.
I try to push past James with a baseball bat. There's no real room to swing, so I just kind of like grab it and push him back and try to get past him down the stairs.
James, do a dex roll, and Stuart, that's going to last 3 rounds.
Okay.
Here.
12 on Dex is good. It'd be hard.
Okay, so he almost knocks you over as he gets past you, but he doesn't. You manage to sort of stay standing.
Do I get past him?
Yeah, you do.
All right. I just go down the stairs and I'm clutching that bat hard and trying to figure out what to do. How am I going to get out of this with all these creepy weirdos around me?
Yeah, you think Grandma might even be one of them at this point.
Oh yeah.
Jenny, you've run past Ricky's truck. You've run out into the wet. You're 100 feet down the road heading towards town.
Okay.
And you're kind of blank-minded. You're just going to keep running, get away. Robbie, you're pretty much in a position to do a coup de grace at this point.
I'll look to the back of this thing's head, I guess, for lack of a better...
Well, the most obvious target is the brain.
Yes.
Whatever it is.
I'll step up, put it right next to it, and finish it off.
All right. Do a Constitution roll.
$80 on 80. Pass.
Okay. So when the gun goes off, it obliterates this thing's brain. At the same time, you're shocked because you're almost in contact with the creature when you get hit. At the same time, when it goes, the stuff sort of explodes. It bursts, and you're suddenly covered all over with this goo. But you feel like, I killed it. You're not, even though the stuff's dripping off of you, you're like, fuck that. You're not going to get sick. Justin, you're starting to come to. You're realizing that something's going on. Part of the upstairs is now on fire. There's a giant crab thing. Your sister's run. Your grandma is obviously upset. What are you guys going to try to do? Or what are you going to do?
Fire. I run to the kitchen, grab the fire extinguisher.
Yeah, I think the fire is a bit out of control at this point. And you'd also have to crawl over the creature to get to the fire. So
go to Grandma, start helping her. Am I back enough to be helpful?
Yeah.
I go to Grandma and I check on her and I try to get her into her wheelchair, ready to be mobile.
She's in her wheelchair.
Okay, I tell her, Mom, I think we might have to leave the house. I think it's on fire. And I start moving her out towards the front porch.
All right. You don't have any idea where Jenny went. Also, when you get to the front porch and you go out onto it, you see Ricky. Ricky is dead on the ground with a surprised look on his face and a big hole right through the middle of his chest. But you're like, eh.
Do I recognize Ricky?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I've met Jenny's...
yeah.
Boy. Okay.
Dad didn't like him much. Mom didn't either, but, you know. You also notice that his car is sitting right there.
Oh, yeah. I start getting Grandma to the car. I know Robbie can drive this, probably Jenny too, I bet. So,
well, let's assume that you guys get into the truck. You get Grandma into the truck.
Don't forget Mom. We got her tied up with garden hose out back.
When you get to Mom, Mom seems to be coming around. And she's extremely confused about where she is or how she got there. We'll assume you get her into the pickup truck also. And after you drive down the road just a little bit, you find Jenny. Now, Jenny, I would like you to do a con roll.
I failed.
You failed. Then they find you passed out on the side of the road, laying in the mud and the dirt. But when you check, she's alive. She's just unconscious.
I'll scoop her up and put her in the back of the truck.
That's what I thought you would do.
Oh yeah. Come on, Jenny.
And you guys head into Lawrence as your house burns to the ground.
On the upside, those letters burn with it, you guys.
And that's the end of the story.
Oh my God.
That was great.
Wow. Fun. Creepy.
Now, I think you pretty much figured out exactly what was going on. The only thing that you don't know, is the background. Yep, Grandma was a Call of Cthulhu investigator in her youth. They thwarted a MeGo plan that was going on at the University of Miskatonic, and they stole an artifact which they hid. And the MeGo have been searching for it for 40, 50 years, and they finally tracked Grandma down. And at this point, she couldn't really do anything because she had a stroke. And they'd finally tracked her down, and that's what they were after. They wanted that artifact. Now, what you do with the artifact, I don't know. You might realize, you can't really read the rest of her journals because they're all burned up. But I don't know, perhaps Delta Green or somebody contacts you, and you all end up being agents of Delta Green eventually.
That would be awesome.
Monsters off. You guys did really good.
Was Chuck Malone? Did Chuck Malone escape? And or was that just a coincidental?
Kind of a red herring, I threw.
Okay.
It could have been Chuck Malone. In any case, the MeGo was an opportunist. So if he saw somebody walking along the road, he killed them and took their skin. And then he was using his abilities to control your father. I put in very subtle clues that your father was just sitting downstairs staring off into space because he wasn't really there. And once you guys were all asleep, the creature came into your father's room and skinned your father. And then your mother woke up and saw what was going on and kind of lost her mind. And that was the scream that you heard. Jenny, when you went downstairs, you didn't notice. You didn't pass your spot hidden, but that's when you would have noticed the butcher knives were missing.
Right.
Mom was outside. She was the one in the barn. She would have attacked anybody that came anywhere near her. Of course, Ricky was bound to die. That was just part of it. Have that taste of rescue right there in front of you. And
what a waste of a glorious mustache.
you guys all had little secrets that didn't completely come out. You guys, your little tryst with the pen pal came out. Robbie, you can tell them what your secret was.
Let's see. I saw Jenny and Ricky go into the barn to make out. And while they were in there doing their thing, I snatched a $500 wad of cash out of the seat of his truck.
That's where it went. Well, Ricky wasn't dealing marijuana. There's also a $500 bag of crystal meth in the barn.
Oh boy.
Jenny didn't partake in it. She just,
You know what's really funny though is the original says marijuana.
Oh, wow.
And
I just said that because I figured they wouldn't freak out on me.
all I kept thinking was nobody's going to kill you over a bag of marijuana. And crystal meth at that time was, for rural areas like this, that was a real problem because it was cheaper than cocaine and easily manufactured.
Hey, you guys were talking shit to the twins. You guys had a doping ring background. We were just talking.
Yeah.
Well, she was kind of over him when he, once he lost the money and brought meth around, and it was just that mustache.
Our players included John Byram, John Melnichuk, Jason Melnichuk. Good God, let's start that over. Our players included John Byram, Jason Melnichuk, Stuart
Lively.
Our players included John Byram, Jason Melnichuk, Stuart Lively, and Josh Kook as the keeper of the secrets. We're currently producing up to 5 shows a week with music and sound effects added in post-production in order to create a richer listener experience. We provide audio versions of our shows free for you to download from Podbean or iTunes. The costs involved with this show are provided almost entirely by our patrons. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. If you'd like to become a supporter of our show, visit our Patreon account. Just $1 or $2 a month helps us a lot. You can find a link in the description below. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel and punch that bell icon for updates on our latest shows. And leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answering any questions you might have. This is Tom Rayleigh, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck and good gaming.